So one thing I've been thinking about a lot in business is speed. So speed is very beneficial for your business for two different reasons. So the first one being that the client-facing side of things. So clients love speed. They love when you respond quickly. They love when you execute quickly. They love when you get things back to them quickly. And they love results quickly. People don't have long attention spans. People don't like to wait anymore. So if you operate from a client-facing perspective with speed, people will love that. They will really enjoy working with you because they know that you're going to get it done and you're going to get it done quicker than anybody else. And so the second reason that speed is so important in business is from an internal perspective. You're executing things quickly on your side, then it will grow your business faster. Because if you make 30 decisions by the time that it takes somebody else, one of your competitors, to make one, you'll have already done something, failed a couple times, learned from it, reiterated it, and mastered whatever system, process, or service that you're fulfilling. And that is huge in business. And this is not to say that you shouldn't take calculated speed into consideration and consider everything, all the different variables before you do anything. But it is very important that you're acting with speed. Don't sit there in analysis paralysis. What you want to do is you want to act with speed, because by doing that, you exponentially will grow faster than the rest of your competition. So that's just something that's been on my mind. It's something that as I'm operating and growing my business, I'm really trying to just operate with speed, just be rapid in my decision making, be very quick in my actions that I take, and just making sure that I am getting things done as quickly as possible while still maintaining that perfectionist standard that I have. So just a little business tip I had for y'all today. I just wanted to kind of talk about that. It's been on my mind a lot, and something that I'm really trying to make sure is, the standard for my business and everything that I'm doing, because I think that in the long run, it can really make a huge difference in everything that we're doing. So yeah, setting that standard while it's still a solo firm before I even bring anybody on, I think it's just gonna make it even easier to make it the standard and make it the culture that we have here at my company for the future and going forward. But yeah, headed to go work with some buddies. We're going to work at one of my friends' houses, just getting some work in. They're working on their stuff, I'm working on mine, just kind of creating that environment to just get things done. So yeah, got a lot to get done, contracts to send out, things to finalize, and then of course, as always, some work to get done. So yeah, looking forward to it, and just getting some work in with my buddies. So catch up with y'all all later. Okay, well, how's everything going? I mean, I think the last time I talked to you was, 6, 7, 8 months ago, something like that. It was a while. You kind of mentioned it, but what exactly is it that you're looking for? I know you mentioned the tax preparation, June or July, something closer. And the purpose of that is just the way that the IRS does it is, it's kind of like you can think of it like a cattle gate. Like the more the first ones to come in are likely to get picked sooner. At least that's what statistically it shows. So for e-commerce, accrual can be better, just because of the timing of the expenses. Essentially, accrual can be better because that means essentially as it's used up, right? Rather than like cash is like money in, money out directly is what you do. No problem. Have a good day.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.
So I have been wearing all of the hats lately, and one of those includes learning a little bit about coding, which is something I previously had zero idea about. But I'm pretty proud of the result. So I was doing my landing page for my lead magnet in my offer, and I actually had to do some coding on ConvertKit in order to make it look how I wanted it to look. And it's not professional by any means, but I think it looks pretty good, so check it out real quick. So what I did is, and you can kind of see it here, it doesn't show up great on the phone, but I was able to create this boxed line outline based on one of the backgrounds of my carousels, and I did the transparency at 20% and did my signature green color. And then what I coded was this outline of this. So originally it was just the text on a white background, but I thought it would look better if it had this card outline around all of the writing. And so I think it really makes it look cool. As you can see here, the lettering pops out a lot, and I think that, for my limited knowledge, it's not bad. But yeah, other than that, something that, I've been wearing a lot of the hats lately, and one thing that it's made me think about was, just kind of, it made me think about this quote that I read recently in this book. It's one of my favorite books ever, rereading it right now. It's called Relentless by Tim Grover. And in one of the opening chapters, it says, "Success isn't the same as talent. The world is full of incredibly talented people who never succeed at anything. They show up, do what they do, and if it doesn't work out, they blame everyone else because they believe talent should be enough. It's not. If you want to be truly successful, you can't be content with, quote, pretty good. You need to find an extra gear." And, I think it's something that as I'm working through all these things, I realize that I'm not the most talented. I realize that there's areas that I lack in that other people are going to be better at. But what I do know is that it's up to me to decide who's going to be the person that works the hardest, who's going to be the person that puts in the most amount of hours. And, it all goes back to just controlling what you're able to control, and focusing on those things rather than things that are out of your control. So, yeah, just want to encourage y'all to always remember that whether you are the most talented or not the most talented, at the end of the day, it comes down to how much time and effort you're willing to put in to your craft, whatever it is. And, as long as you are relentless in your pursuit of continuous improvement and relentless in perfecting your craft, there's no way you can lose. Getting this video out a little bit later than I would like. It's actually Tuesday right now. But yeah, nonetheless, getting it out, making sure to get my weekly upload in. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. As always, leave comments down below if there's anything, whether it be tax, business, or life, that you'd like to hear me discuss, hear my thoughts on, or anything behind the scenes that you'd like to see more of. Feel free to comment that below as well. And yeah, as always, never stop your relentless pursuit of continuous improvement. And I look forward to talking to y'all again soon.